Today, I added Penske to F1 Manager 2024 and simulated 10 seasons of their entire existence. How good will Penske do? Will they win a Constructors' Championship like they have in NASCAR and IndyCar? Or will they just be kind of mid? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Chris. Welcome back to CF Racing and enjoy the video. Hey everybody, what's going on? Chris here, otherwise known as CF Racing, and this is the first of many simulations here on F1 Manager that are going to be coming to the channel quite soon. F1 24 is basically the most dead game I've ever played, and F1 Manager is actually a lot of fun and very moddable, and you can really do whatever the heck you want in that game, so stay tuned for more F1 Manager simulations. Huge shout out to Sargent, or to Argent, for helping out with today's video, and yeah guys, let's get right into the 10 years of Penske. Just want to say the two, I guess the main drivers for the first year, which you don't have to have one driver for all 10 years now. Good job, F1 Manager. But the main driver, I guess, is going to be Teo Pourchaire or Pato O'Ward. They're going to be the drivers for Season 1, and then we will go on from there. So, enjoy. In 2024, Max Verstappen takes 11 wins on the year, 516 points to finish P1. No surprise, Red Bull is the best car, with Lando Norris in P2 and Charles Leclerc taking 2 wins in P3. Good job for Lando taking 4 wins. Carlos Sainz, P4 with 3 wins. He scores 351 points. Oscar Piastri takes 2 wins, 338 points. Sergio Perez takes 2 wins, 291 points. Lewis Hamilton takes 110 points. Alonso scores 89 in the Aston Martin. George Russell takes 81 points to finish P9. And Yuki Tsunoda in the V-Carb had a fantastic season, scoring 57 points to finish P10. Team Penske in their first Formula 1 season with Teo Pourchaire scores 16 points, and Pato O'Ward takes 1 point. Pourchaire was 13th, and O'Ward was 16th, so not a terrible first season for Team Penske. Red Bull win the Constructors title, followed by Ferrari P2, McLaren P3, Mercedes 4th, Aston Martin 5th, V-Carb 6th, Team Penske P7, Williams P8, Alpine P9, Haas P10, and Stake finish in dead last. And my goodness, we have a lot of driver transfers. Lewis Hamilton, like he does in every F1 Manager game, goes to Ferrari. That moves Bottas to Mercedes. Daniel Ricciardo goes to Stake. Nico Hülkenberg goes to V-Carb. Correa goes to Haas. Carlos Sainz, spelled his name wrong, nice, goes to Red Bull. Alexander Albon goes to Aston Martin. Gasly and Ocon switch from Alpine to Williams. Kevin Magnussen goes to V-Carb. Sofia Flores goes to Haas. What the heck? Dino Bogdanovic, I forgot how to say his name. He goes to Alpine. And Oliver Gurther, I learned how to say his last name now, guys. He goes to Alpine. Sorry for butchering it last time. Logan Sargent goes to Penske, and that moves Stroll, Sergio Perez, Yuki Tsunoda, and Pato O'Ward all to free agency. And heading into 2025, there is a regulation change to the high-speed wings. Cool. In 2025, Charles Leclerc is a World Drivers' Champion. That just makes me smile after he won Monza last week. He takes 5 wins, 413 points to finish a P1. Max Verstappen took 8 wins, 403 points to finish P2. Carlos Sainz took a win, 362 points to finish P3. Lewis Hamilton, what a season in Ferrari. I forgot to change him on the side there, but he is in Ferrari. He took 7 wins, 361 points to finish P4. 7 wins, good job, Lewis. Oscar Piastri took 2 wins, 300 points to finish P5. Lando Norris took a win, 201 points to finish P6. Alonso took 162 points to finish P7. Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes actually beat George Russell. He scored 158 points to finish P8. He destroyed Russell, actually. Albon took 121 points to finish P9, and George Russell 68 points. I don't know what the heck happened to him. He was really bad. He finished P10. Ferrari win their first Constructors and Drivers title since 2008 and 2007, followed by Red Bull in P2 and McLaren P3. Aston Martin move up to 4th, followed by Mercedes 5th, V-Carb 6th, Williams 7th, Team Penske P8, Alpine 9th, Haas P10. I mean, no shock, they have Correa and Sofia Flores as their drivers. And Stake finish in dead last. Teo Pourchaire and Logan Sargent, both Penske drivers. Pourchaire scored 8 points to finish 15th, and Logan Sargent scored 2 points to finish 16th. In the driver transfer market, George Russell has had enough of Mercedes. He goes to Aston Martin. That moves Fernando Alonso to Mercedes. Stoffel Van Dorn, haven't seen him in a while. He's gone to Alpine. Liam Lawson goes to Haas. Oliver Gurther Arthur and Sophia Flourish both end up as free agents. And heading into 2026, there is a regulation change to the aero department. In 2026, Team Penske is already the top of the Formula One world, and I hope you enjoy the NASCAR driver's suit, with Théo Pourchaire taking the World Drivers' Championship. He took 12 wins on the year, 412 points to finish P1. And like, what the heck happened to Team Penske, man? They were crazy. Charles Leclerc took a win, 311 points to finish P2. Carlos Sainz took 2 wins, 296 points to finish P3. And I just realized he beat Verstappen. That's kind of crazy. Oscar Piastri took 2 wins, 270 points to finish P4. Logan Sargent took 3 wins, 233 points to finish at P5. Verstappen took 3 wins again, 223 points to finish P6. And Sargent beat Verstappen. Can you believe that? I know he's in the best car, clearly, but still. Albon took a win, 203 points to finish P7. Hamilton, 179 points to finish P8. Alonso, 124 points to finish P9. And George Russell, 107 points to finish P10. Team Penske win their first Constructors title, and this might be the earliest a constructor I've ever simulated has won a championship, so good job for them. Red Bull finished P2, Ferrari 3rd, McLaren 4th, Aston Martin 5th, Mercedes 6th. Forgot to mention, Stake turned into Audi in 2026, no surprise, they're P7, Haas P8, VCarb at P9, Alpine P10, and Williams actually end up with dead last, with Ocon and Gasly still as their drivers. And in the driver transfer market, it gets a little crazy again. Lewis Hamilton goes to Penske. Oscar Piastri goes to Ferrari. Zhou Guanyu goes to McLaren. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, as a rookie, goes straight to Audi. Logan Sargent goes to Haas. Valtteri Bottas goes to McLaren. Chloe Chambers, or Chambers, W Series or F1 Academy driver, she goes to Mercedes. Lando Norris goes to Alpine. Zane Maloney goes to Haas. Ayumu Awasa goes to Penske. And Correa Pourchaire, I can't believe it, somehow Pourchaire is a free agent after he won the championship. Dino Bogdanovic and Stoffel Van Dorn all end up as free agents, and I don't think Pourchaire returns for a while. And heading into 2027, there is a regulation change to the low-speed aero department, or whatever that is. In his rookie season, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the hype is clearly real with this kid, because he took 8 wins, 394 points to win a title on debut. Wow, what a rookie season. That beats, I guess that has to beat Lewis Hamilton's rookie season. Logan Sargent was the title rival, I guess. He scores 5 wins, 370 points to finish P2. Piastri takes 4 wins, supposed to be 298, a little typo on my end there. George Russell takes 2 wins, 272 points to finish P4. Maloney took 1 win, 157 points to finish P5. Also, I have no idea where this Audi driver suit is, but it looks really cool, so I decided to use it. Albon took 3 wins, 121 points to finish P7. I cannot type, man. Ricciardo took 182 points to finish P7. Verstappen, 161 points to finish P8. Leclerc, 158 points to finish P9. And Fernando Alonso, 102 points to finish P10. Haas are the Constructors champions. What is going on in this simulation with Zane Maloney and Logan Sargent? Daniel Ricciardo really let Audi down, I'm not going to lie. But Audi finished P2 with Aston Martin 3rd, Ferrari 4th, Red Bull 5th, Mercedes 6th, Williams P7, McLaren P8, Penske P9, Alpine P10, and VCarb with Hülkenberg and Magnussen are in dead last. And we got some more crazy driver transfers for you guys. Alonso retires, so that moves Alexander Albon to Mercedes. Isaac Hadjar goes to Aston Martin. Pierre Gasly goes to Audi. Ooh, to partner Antonelli. What a driver lineup that is. Théo Pourchaire goes to Williams. Ayumu Awasa goes to Red Bull. Carlos Sainz goes to Penske. Lando Norris goes to Mercedes. Roman Stanek goes to Alpine. Stoffel Van Dorn goes to McLaren. Nico Hülkenberg retires from Formula One. That also moves Gabriel Bortoleto, or Bortoleto, however you want to pronounce it. McLaren Jr. goes to VCarb. That leaves Ricciardo, Chloe Chambers, and Valtteri Bottas as free agents. And heading into 2028, there's a regulation change to the cooling department. In 2025, Andrea Kimi Antonelli goes back-to-back, and bro is like the most generational talent ever. He takes 18 wins on the year, 607 points. He dominated to finish P1. Pierre Gasly takes 5 wins, 475 points to finish P2. Yeah, pretty dominant season for Audi. They won every race but one. And 1 win was from Logan Sargent, who did end up finishing P4 behind Maloney in P3. Oscar Piastri took 240 points to finish P5. Hamilton, 168 points to finish P7. Lando Norris, 144 points to finish P8. Carlos Sainz, 137 points to finish P8. Verstappen, 93 points to finish P9, and Albon, 50 points to finish P10. In the Constructors Championship here, we've had 5 seasons and 5 different Constructors Champions. That's just beautiful. Audi win their first ever, followed by Haas P2, Penske 3rd, Ferrari 4th, Mercedes 5th, Red Bull 6th, VCarb P7, McLaren 8th, Aston Martin P9, Alpine P10, and Williams in dead last. And in the driver transfer market, Lewis Hamilton finally decides to retire from the sport. That moves Alexander Albon to Penske. Charles Leclerc, after having a really bad season in Ferrari, goes to Mercedes. Esteban Ocon goes to Ferrari. Roman Stanek goes to Williams. Jack Crawford, American, he goes to Alpine. Carlos Sainz goes to Haas. Zane Maloney goes to McLaren. Oliver Behrman, finally as a rookie, goes to Penske. Bortoleto goes to Aston Martin. Isaac Hadjar goes to RB or VCarb, and Stoffel Van Dorn ends up as a free agent. And heading into 2029, there's a regulation change to just chassis. In 2029, sorry, you guys just can't make this up. Logan Sargent is now a World Drivers Champion for Haas, unbelievably. He takes 12 wins on the year, 478 points to finish P1, and he has a great title fight with Antonelli, who took 4 wins, 448 points to finish P2. Carlos Sainz takes 7 wins, 435 points to finish P3, with Oscar Piastri taking 325 points, no wins, but he finished 4th. Gasly took a win, 245 points to finish P5. Lando Norris took 229 points to finish P6. Verstappen 122 points to finish P7. Charles Leclerc took 85 points to finish P8. Zhou Guanyu scored 77 points to finish P9, and K-Mag 54 points to finish P10. Team Penske, Behrman had 50 points in his rookie year. He actually beat Albon, who's like a seasoned vet at this point. He scored 47 to finish P12. Haas somehow were the best constructors so far in the simulation with 2 Constructors Championships, followed by Audi in P2 and Mercedes P3. Ferrari 4th, followed by Red Bull 5th. Penske 6th, McLaren P7, VCarb or RB P8, Williams P9, Alpine P10, and Aston Martin with Russell and Bortoleto. 2 good drivers are in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Kevin Magnussen decides to retire from Formula 1. Van Hopen, he's a rookie. He goes to VCarb. That is, I believe, a created driver. Jack Crawford goes to Ferrari. Esteban Ocon goes to Aston Martin. Teo Pourchaire goes to Alpine. Zane Maloney goes to Williams. Zach O'Sullivan, I believe, is a rookie again. He goes to McLaren. And Bortoleto, unfortunately, ends up as a free agent. And heading into Season 7, 2030, there is no regulation change. In 2030, Andrea Kimi Antonelli comes out on top once again as he takes 16 wins on the year to finish P1 for the 3rd time. Piastri finished P2 with 3 wins, 343 points. Logan Sargent's doing pretty solid. He took another 3 wins, 326 points. Max Verstappen took 274 points to finish P4. Carlos Sainz took a win, 259 points to finish P5. Lando Norris took 208 points to finish P6. Gasly, 159 points to finish P7. Charles Leclerc took 178 points to finish P8. Zhou Guanyu took a win, 112 points to finish P9. And Ollie Behrman took 85 points to finish P10. Audi win their 2nd Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Haas P2, Mercedes P3, Ferrari P4, Red Bull P5, Penske P6, McLaren P7. I'm surprised they're not doing better in the simulation. Alpine P8, VCarb P9, Aston Martin P10, and Williams are in dead last. And in the driver transfer market, Verstappen finally leaves Red Bull. He goes to McLaren. That moves Carlos Sainz to Red Bull. Iwasa goes to Haas. Zhou Guanyu also goes to Red Bull. George Russell goes to McLaren. Van Hopen goes to Aston Martin. Liam Lawson goes to VCarb. Jack Crawford goes to Alpine. Zane Maloney goes to Ferrari. Esteban Ocon ends up as a Williams driver. Gabriel Bortoleto goes to Aston Martin, and unfortunately that does leave Zach O'Sullivan as a free agent. And heading into Season 8 2031, there is a speed reduction. I've never heard of that one before, but yeah, speed reduction. Season 8 2031 was Andrea Kimi Antonelli's 4th World Drivers Championship, and it wasn't even close once again as he took 17 wins on the year, 568 points to finish P1. And yes, the Andrea Kimi Antonelli dominance could bore fans. Ollie Behrman takes 2 wins, 363 points to finish P2, followed by Piastri taking 3 wins, 350 points to finish P3. Logan Sargent takes a win, 271 points to finish P4. Albon took a win, 224 points to finish P5. Maloney, 148 points to finish P6. Charles Leclerc took 126 points to finish, 29 points, sorry, to finish P7. Zhou Guanyu took 111 points to finish P8. Roman Stanek, 90 points to finish P9. And Lando Norris, 88 points to finish P10. Audi win their 3rd Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Penske in P2s. They've been actually really good for a created team. Ferrari P3, Haas P4, Mercedes P5, Red Bull P6, Williams P7, Aston Martin P8, McLaren at P9, VCarb at P10, and Alpine in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Zach O'Sullivan is back again after leaving and coming and going and leaving again. He goes to Alpine. That moves George Russell to Red Bull. Bortoleto goes to McLaren. Zhou goes to Aston Martin. Liam Lawson goes to Audi. Alexander Albon goes to Haas. Gasly goes to Penske. And Jack Crawford this time ends up as a free agent. And heading into 2032, Season 9, there is a regulation change to the low speed arrow, I think. Season 9, 2032, Oscar Piastri came out of nowhere driving for Ferrari, took 16 wins, 561 points, and won his first ever World Drivers' Championship. I'm not going to lie, the Photoshop I did with Piastri in the Ferrari suit looks perfect, by the way. Zane Maloney took 6 wins also in the Ferraris, 380 points to finish P2. Maloney, 309 points to finish P3. Max Verstappen, 260 points to finish P4. Ollie Behrman, 1 win, 229 points to finish P5. Carlos Sainz, 1 win, 192 points to finish P6. Teo Pourchaire, 145 points to finish P7. Antonelli, 109 points. Had a bad season there for him, P8. Gasly, 109 points to finish P9, and Liam Lawson scored 92 points to finish P10. Ferrari win their second constructors title of the simulation, followed by Red Bull P2, Penske P3, McLaren at P4, Audi P5, Alpine move up to P6, VCarb move up to P7, Williams drop down to P8, Aston Martin P9, Mercedes drop down 5 to finish P10, and even worse, Haas dropped down 7 spots to finish in P11 and dead last. In the driver transfer market, Teo Pourchaire goes to Audi. Victor Martin, surprisingly, is only a rookie now in 2032. He's probably like 30 at this point. Jack Crawford goes to Audi. Liam Lawson goes to Penske. Antonelli and Gasly both end up as free agents. I cannot believe Antonelli has left Formula 1 for the final season after dominating the whole sport for like 4 years. But with that being said, let's head into Season 10, 2033. Season 10, 2033 is probably the most dominant season I've ever seen so far in F1 Manager, and it's Oscar Piastri taking 19 wins on the year out of the 23 races I believe there is, 592 points to finish P1, with George Russell taking 3 wins, 424 points to finish P2, and Teo Pourchaire takes 2 wins, 307 points to finish P3, and I believe there's 24 races, sorry. Sainz takes 263 points to finish P4. Verstappen's still kicking around. He took 223 points to finish P5. He's trying to drag that McLaren up. Maloney took 221 points to finish P6. Behrman, 152 points to finish P7. Ocon, 103 points to finish P8. Lawson, 60 points to finish P9. And Zhou Guanyu, 60 points to finish P10. Ferrari won their 3rd constructors title of the simulation, so they did pretty good, followed by Red Bull P2 and Audi P3. McLaren finished 4th, followed by Penske 5th, Williams 6th, VCarb P7, Aston Martin P8, Mercedes P9, Alpine P10, and unfortunately Haas finish in dead last. But now guys, let's take a look at the final stats for all 10 years. And at the end of all 10 years, let's take a look at our Constructors Champions. We have Ferrari with 3, so does Audi. Good job for Audi. First time ever, I think Haas actually have won more than 1 Constructors Championship, so huge congratulations to Haas. Let's give them all a round of applause in the comment section down below. Penske, one of the teams, the team that was this whole simulation, they won a season, sorry. Good for them, Penske. A lot of teams that I simulate don't win Constructors Championships, so good for them. And Red Bull actually ended up only winning 1. In terms of World Drivers Championships, Antonelli, he's so good. He had 4 and 1 as a rookie. I think he had the greatest rookie season ever. Oscar Piastri had 2 wins. Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Teo Pourchaire, and Logan Sargent, of all people, had 1 World Drivers Championship. And in terms of wins, Kimi Antonelli had 55, Oscar Piastri had 51, quite a big drop off from there, with Logan Sargent having 25 wins. I can't believe how good he was in the simulation. Max Verstappen had 22 wins, Sainz had 15, Teo Pourchaire had 14, Charles Leclerc had 8, Lewis Hamilton had 7, Gasly had 6, Norris and Albon both had 5, Behrman had 3 wins, Perez had 2 wins, Daniel Ricciardo, Zane Maloney, and Zhou Guanyu all had 1 win. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more F1 Manager sims, because they are so much more fun to make than F1 24. They do take longer though, I'll give them that. Hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, join my Discord, links in the description down below. If you want to help out with videos, also just send me a DM. It's very easy. Once again, shout out to Sargent for helping me out with today's video. And with that being said, see you guys next time.